Hello, hello, here I am again. You're gonna get sick of seeing me today, but I have so many things to share with you. So, welcome back to Creepy and Colorful. My name's Lori, and I had this little thing happen to me. Was on my Facebook Marketplace. I post things to sell on there, and every now and then I browse through and see if there's anything other people have to sell that I might be interested in. And I kept seeing this coloring book, being posted for $2. And I've been looking at it on Amazon, and I don't remember if I put it on my wish list or not. I'm going to have to check if I did so I can take it off, because this person had it for $2, and I'm like, I want that book. But of course, I'd have to travel to go get it, and it would have been in the neighboring county. And so I messaged the person, and I happened to be in the area the one day, and they thought they were able to meet me, but weren't able to. Meanwhile, I was getting a haul at Ollie's. Well, then came the time that I had to message them again and let them know when I was going to be in their area. And I let them know, I said, I might be in your area again this day. And then they messaged me back and said, I probably can't do it today, but tell you what, this weekend I'll be up in your area and I'll drop it off at your house. Oh, that's even better. Then they said, oh, and by the way, I have a little box of oil pastels you can have for free. And since we kept missing each other, you can have the book for free too. And I'm like, holy crap, that's some luck. So while I was at the craft show on Saturday, I got a message from this person, and I told them, I said that I was at this craft show, which was close to where they lived, and I thought I'd let them know. That way they wouldn't have to travel so far. They messaged me, oh, that's no problem. I had already dropped it off at your house. That's no worries. So it'll be there when you get home. And there it was. So I've been holding on to this beauty since Saturday. Speaking of beauty, it's called Freaka Beauty. Horror coloring book for adults. I didn't check through it yet, but I don't think he colored in it. They colored in it, and these are the oil pastels that they gave me for free, which weren't used. So, and I don't think they're the soft ones. They don't feel like it, but beggars can't be choosers, right? They're always better when they're free. So anyway, I got this book, so I'm going to do a flip through of it. Freaka Beauty, and I don't see a name on it, so it's possibly AI. I don't know. That's pretty cool right there. Let's see what it says. It's just a Crook Publishing. Doesn't really it's 2022. It doesn't really say anything. Check out our social media and connect with us through this code below. Wow. So that would be cool. And we hope you enjoy our book, and would really love to see the pages you colored if you could post them on social media with the hashtags Crook Coloring Book and Crook Publishing. So this book belongs to, it's very thin paper. It's like magazine paper. So we know what we're not going to be doing here, especially if it's not one-sided. Here's a test color page. It says it tells you tips for coloring. Start from the outside in. This acts as a border indicator so that you won't color over the lines of your intended subject. Avoid bleed through and tear. Put a sheet of paper under the page you are working on to make coloring easier, as well as keep the pages intact. Don't put too much pressure. If you do, you're more likely to tear through the page or break the tip of your material, pencil crayon, in the process. So yeah. So this first one, it is a mistake to fancy that horror is associated inextricably with darkness, silence, and solitude. Well, basically they are one-sided, because the back of each page has something like this on it, looks like. The last man on earth sat alone in a room. There was a knock on the door. Yeah, when do you want to open the door to that? Naughty John, does his work with his apron on. Cuts your throat and takes your bones, sells them off for a couple of stones. Oh my gosh, what a poem that is. Here's Johnny. When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth. Oh, good Lord. Save your tears, I'll reap your sorrows slowly. I have centuries to discover the things that make you whimper. This is one twisted book, isn't it? I see dead people. Well, yeah, with that many eyeballs, I'm pretty sure you see something. Not necessarily alive. Oh yes, there will be blood. Oh, good Lord. Sometimes dead is better. Good gravy. The charm of horror only tempts the strong. This person has a splitting headache. She'll carelessly cut you and laugh while you're bleeding. That's a song. That's from a song. She's a man-eater? No. I can't remember that song. But I've heard, I know it's from a song. She was rage and vengeance, wrath and malice, and beautifully twisted human form. She was also two-headed with five eyes. Maybe six. Maybe she's got one over here on this other cheek. Monsters are real. Ghosts are real too. They live inside us, and sometimes they win. That's a kind of different. Okay, I gotta stop looking at it because now I see eyeballs and mushrooms coming out of the hand, and yeah. Okay. Men who fear demons see demons everywhere. Yep, that's what you do. Poke your eyes out when you see that coming. Demon or not, it didn't matter. Suffering was everywhere he looked. Oh, jeez. That's Medusa's long-lost cousin. Danger doesn't lurk at every corner. It's just hanging out, waiting for fear and horror to show up. I'm thinking, is this going with these, or is it going with the page before it? Let me check this out. I'm trying to make sure I've got the right. Yep, it goes with the pages with. Okay. This inhuman place makes human monsters. Stare at the dark too long, and you will eventually see what isn't there. Ugh. He asked, "Can I have a hand?" And I think they went a little overboard. Something was scratching the other side of my pillow all night long. That would be my cats. Even the devil was an angel once. The smile she gave me wasn't one from mother to child. It was one from predator to prey. Oof. What's with all the hands and all the eyeballs? Sometimes the things you see in the shadows are more than just shadows. See what I mean? Look at the freaking eyeballs. Welcome to my nightmare. I think you're gonna like it. And some more eyeballs. Just when you think you've hit rock bottom, you realize you're standing on another trapdoor. Huh. The world outside had its own rules, and those rules were not human. Again with the eyes. The real world is where the monsters are. That is just freakish. It looks like there's hands. There's a hand there and there's a hand there, but oh, it's a bird. It looks like with, yeah, there's a bird. There's the beak, the eye. Okay. By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. Yeah. Everybody is a book of blood. Wherever we're open, we're red. Oh, geez, that's funny. Hell is empty and all the devils are here. Sometimes. Yep. There's another. Look at this. Hands on the heads. No one escapes from life alive. That makes sense. If you are reading this, then you are blissfully unaware what is creeping up behind you. That would be my cat. We stopped checking for monsters under our bed when we realized they were inside us. Oh, man. I'm every nightmare you've ever had. I'm your worst dream come true. I'm everything you ever were afraid of. Yep. I fear not the dark itself, but what may lurk within it. Wow. Another relative of Medusa. That cold ain't the weather. That's death approaching. Yeah, and it's freaking freezing out today. Believe nothing you hear, and only half that you see. No tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering. Oh, Jesus. Death has come to your little town, Sheriff. Know that I'll be watching your every step. That's good to know. May you rest in pieces. Come closer if you dare. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed this book. Horror and beauty, like dark and light, are two extremes that rarely meet. But what if they do? Do you want to find out? Then this book is your answer, with stunning illustrations that capture beautiful human beings in horrifying forms that will send both chills and thrills down your spine. Color freely, if you dare. And that's The Freak of Beauty, horror coloring book. Whew. That was a lot. That was a lot to take in, and a lot to ponder, and just a freaking lot. Okay, so on that note, maybe this book really freaked that person out and they decided I'm not even gonna touch it. Nope, no way. And so I've become the lucky owner. And stay tuned, because there can be some daringly colored photos, pages from this book in the future months to come, because I don't think I'll be doing it anytime soon. There's nothing that relates to winter. There's nothing that, except for that one thing that said cold outside. But I didn't see anything Christmassy. I didn't see anything winter-like. I didn't see anything Valentine's-like. I mean, it could be not. There's nothing in here for a while until Halloween, like October, November-ish. But we'll see. And maybe I'll have to do one, challenge myself that because it's a book that hasn't been colored in, I have to do at least one page before the end of next year, or one page a month, so I can get done with it. I don't know how many pages are actually in here. Anyway, thank you so much for checking this out, and comment if you'd like. I'd like your opinion on this book. I was really shocked at some of the things that were quoted or whatever, or talked about in the freaky hands and eyes and all that horror stuff. I think I'm in shock. I think I'm traumatized a little bit, but that's okay. I'll get over it. Gotta keep it colorful, right? So please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. And I hope to see you in my next video. Stay tuned, there's one more coming today. Happy Tuesday. Bye-bye for now.